On the hill today, taking the ball for the Giants will be their ace, Logan Webb. Logan Webb making start number 3 on the year. 1-1 with a 7.36 ERA.
Lindor had a home run against Webb in the only time the Mets faced him last year here.
Lifted to left field. Ramos got a good jump, and that's how this game gets started.
It's a breakout series for Bichette. He's driven in a run in all 3 games, gone 6 for 14 in the 3 games.
Ground ball to third, couple of hops, fielded by Chapman, and over to first. Bichette is out, number 2. Little bouncer softly hit first base side, and right behind the bag, Devers has it, takes it to first. Inning over, 3 up, 3 down.
Kodai Senga on the mound on 4 days rest, normal rest today, which keep an eye on that because his career on 4 days rest, 5.09 compared to the rest of his starts with 5 or 6 days rest is about 2.86.
And the goose fork misses low, and Alvarez going to challenge the call.
That one looked pretty good.
And it was. And that's strike 3 to Adames. So it's a tap off for Adames as he goes down on the ABS challenge. And Chapman takes fastball inside for ball 4. So now Devers hitting cleanup today. 2 for 13 in this series, including a home run and another fork ball, and he gets Devers to end the inning. Couple of strikeouts for Senga in the first frame. No score after 1. 2-1 to Luis Robert, who hits one past the mound and into center field for the first Met hit of the day. So Robert, who sat yesterday, has his 2nd hit in the series. Jared Young takes one the other way for a base hit. Robert a wide turn at second. The throw comes in behind him, and he gets back safely. And the Mets have back-to-back hits to start the 2nd. Mark Vientos been the hottest bat in the Mets lineup. He's 6 for 12 in this series. And he lines one toward the gap in left center field. Robert turns third. He's going to come on to score. Young stops at second. Mark Vientos just keeps on raking. 3 straight hits for the Mets to start the 2nd. 1-0 New York.
Now here's a double play ball on the ground to short off the bat of Simeon. The second one to first. 2, a double play. There's a swing and a drive into center field, but moving to his left a bit. Now waiting for it. And the 2-handed catch by Bader. Inning over.
Kodai Senga staked to a 1-0 lead as Elliot Ramos leads off in the home 2nd. Forkball strikes out Ramos, and that's 3 strikeouts through the first 5 batters for Senga. And he takes the fastball for strike 3 called, so he never loses his helmet. He's frozen pizza, and he sits down 2 out. Swing and a miss, got him with a high hard one, and Senga strikes out the side in the 2nd inning. Struck out the side twice against the Cardinals, and now he does it again against the Giants.
Francisco Alvarez, who owns a couple of home runs in this series, he will stand in. He's their 9th place hitter.
He swings and misses here on a changeup, strike 3. Lindor swings and foul tips it, strike 3. Changeup again. Same idea. If they're looking for it, you got to throw it down out of the strike zone, and that's what Webb has done twice in a row.
Home 3rd inning. Kodai Senga working with a 1-0 lead. The former Met Harrison Bader leads off, and Senga strikes him out with the forkball. He's had a good one so far today, and Senga has now struck out each of the last 5 Giants hitters. And Bailey lines one toward left center, cutting across his Young, and he reaches down and makes a nice sliding catch. Nicely done by Jared Young, starting only his 2nd career game in the outfield. And he takes a base hit away from Bailey for the 2nd out. Fly ball hit to left. Retreating is Young. He's got plenty of room. And he puts it away to retire the side. Jorge Polanco leads off in the 4th inning against Logan Webb. And that's lined into right field, a base hit for Polanco. So Polanco's got his first hit in this series after going 0 for 10 to that point. And the Mets get the leadoff man on for the 2nd time in 4 innings.
He grounds this one toward the middle. Arise over to his right, has it, he'll flip to second, and Adames shuffling over to cover, has to grab that ball while he's still moving.
Robert runs and mishandled by Bailey, and Robert steals the base, his first as a Met. Young breaks his bat, loops one behind Devers, it falls for a base hit. Robert to third, and we held up there by Tim Leeper as Arise recovers it. A broken bat single for Jared Young. He's 2 for 2, and the Mets have runners at the corners.
He grounds it to second. Arise flips to second one. Adames to first. Got him double play. Ball hit the side of the mound and popped up in the air, and it slowed it down.
See what Arise can do.
Arise line drive into left center field, base hit. So there's the first hit of the game for the Giants. That was kind of a classic Luis Arise at bat there.
Ground ball hit to short. Lindor with the sweep to second. Semien on to first for the double play. And Devers takes the forkball down for ball 4. So after striking out on that pitch the last time up, this time he's able to lay off, and that's the second walk for Senga. Ground ball to Lindor. He'll go the short way and get the force, and that retires the side. Alvarez struck out his first time up after a 2-home run game on Friday. Ground ball up the middle, and Alvarez has a 2-out hit. San Francisco continues to hit. Now 4 for 10 in this series.
Fielded by Arias going to his right. He makes an underhanded feed to Adames covering for the force out on Alvarez.
And pitchers have now thrown 14 straight scoreless innings going back to Friday as he strikes out Lee for the second time. Encarnacion drives one to deep left. Young going back, and it's off the wall. Encarnacion digging for second. Young's throw going in. He might get him, and Encarnacion is out. Jared Young, just his second career start in the outfield, played the carom perfectly and threw a one-hop strike. Semien got the tag down, and Encarnacion is meat at second base. Hooked in the air to left field. Another chance for Young, and he's right there. That retires the side.
Shed has bounced out twice.
Here's a ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly by Adames, and he throws a strike to first. One away. Now he hits a fly ball out into medium right over toward right center a bit. Jung-Hoo Lee's got it. 3 up, 3 down.
Home 6th inning. Kodai Senga facing Patrick Bailey.
Bailey swings and bloop swan shallow left. It's falling in there. Base hit. You're struggling, and sometimes it takes something like that. A ball you don't hit well, maybe even broke your bat, just a little flare that nobody could catch.
Runner goes.
And the pitch is up and away, and there's no throw. Senga was not very concerned about him.
3-2 coming. And he pops it up into shallow left. On comes Young toward the line. He was playing shallow in that way. So 2 out, and it's left to Chapman, who's walked and grounded into a double play.
Now he swings and he hammers one down the left field line. Fair ball! It ricochets into the left field corner. Bailey around third to score easily. And the Giants have tied the game. Matt Chapman gives him something to cheer about.
Here's Devers.
Now he swings, and he hits a pop fly. Shallow center. It falls. Base hit. Chapman will come around to score. And the bloop single gives the Giants a 2-1 lead.
Though Senga unable to get through 6 today as the Giants have struck for 2 runs after 2 out in the inning. That's a behind for the first time today. 2-1 as we go to the 7th. Jimmy hits this one in the air to left field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Ramos to the warning track. It's over his head and one hop against the wall. And Jared Young is 3 for 3. He starts the 7th inning with an opposite field double.
Vientos fly ball right center. Well hit. Bader tracking. Bader is going to make the catch, and then he and Lee collide, and Bader falls down. He hops up. Young tags from second and goes to third. Bader held onto the ball, so it's an out. Bench takes inside ball 4. That is interesting. And it's a walk. He never threw him a strike.
And Alvarez shoots one foul back into the netting on a cutter. And they call catcher's interference against Bailey. And that will send Alvarez to first base and bring up Lindor with the bases loaded.
And Webb will walk off, leaving the bases loaded. And listen to this crowd.
When he turns back, the leadoff double.
Logan Webb went 7, allowed 1 run, 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 92 pitches. That's ripped down the right field line by Polanco, and that'll go back to the fence. Lee plays to Karen. Polanco running on that bad wheel, trying to get to second, and he's saved. Great effort by Polanco, who's dealing with Achilles tendonitis, but really turned it on between first and second to beat that throw for a 1-out double. And he lines one the other way, and that'll be down for a base hit. Taylor has to hold up. He'll stop at third as Lee fires it in. So back-to-back hits. And the Mets get the tying run to third with 1 out. Derek Miller, the lefty, brought in to face Jared Young. And Carlos Mendoza is going to respond with his only available right-handed bat, Luis Torrens, to bat against him. Robert runs. The pitch is high. Throw by Bailey, and Robert is out at second. But no, he got around the tag. He was dead to rights, and he got around Ariza's tag and steals the base. And Louis puts one the other way. Base hit! In is Taylor. Here comes Robert. The Mets will take the lead. Throw to second. Torrens is in safely with a 2-run pinch hit double. And the Mets flip in front 3-2. Vientos, who drove in the first Met run today with a second inning single. Holds a third. Chapman keeps it on the infield. Makes the long throw. It can't be handled by Devers. Here comes the runner from second base. Torrens comes in to score. And it's 4-2 New York. Devers playing his first game at first base this year, unable to make the scoop on the low throw by Chapman, and the Mets add a run to make it 4-2. So the Mets have scored 3 times in the 8th inning. Now Marcus Semien dumps one into the left field corner for an extra base hit, and that'll bring home Vientos with the 4th run of the inning, and it's 5-2 New York. Last of the 9th, Devin Williams on for the save.
Now Ramos hits a base hit to left field. He hooked it right between the third baseman and the shortstop.
3-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Devin Williams picks up his second save as a Met. The Mets rally for 4 runs in the 8th inning, and they take 3 out of 4 in San Francisco to go to 6-4 on the year.